Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. So this is my first time making a video on this channel. I have an Instagram page where I do stuff like this. I make videos and post memes and just try to help, people on their path because I understand how hard it can be, especially in the beginning of your spiritual awakening, because let's see, I had my first like real awakening experience, I would say close to 3 years ago. And when I first went through that experience, it was really hard for me because I was in my sophomore year of high school, and like none of my friends really understood what was happening to me. I still was able to relate to them at the time, but it got increasingly harder for me to relate to the people that I used to be so close to, and just like I felt like everything about who I thought that I was just like it just went away. And that can be very terrifying for some people, especially, like I said, in the beginning of your awakening experience. It can be challenging because you might not even know that you're going through a spiritual awakening, and you might think that you're losing your mind, or you might think that you're, I don't know. But it can be challenging for a lot of people. So my point is that I want to start this channel and keep putting out more content for you guys because, well, one, I just want to help you guys along your path because, I think that it's important that we, not to say that I'm like above anybody or I know more than other people. All I mean by this is just that, like, I think it's good to have a sort of quote unquote mentor that has gone through what you're going through, so I can help kind of show you guys the way. And not that my way is the only way. That's not what I'm saying either. It's really easy to misinterpret what people say. All I'm trying to say is that, if you guys resonate with what I'm saying, then that's good enough for me. I just want to help people. And so yeah, that's my intention for this channel and all these videos. And today I wanted to talk about kundalini and how I push the energy up. So that can be a bit tricky when you're first working with the energy because, well, for one, in order to raise that energy, you need to be very conscious of your body. You need to see some people, for example, if you put your awareness on your spine, there's gonna be a select few people out there that won't even feel it. And that's simply because their body has become deactivated in a way. So the first step when it comes to activating and raising kundalini is to go into the breath. And now, how exactly do we do that? Well, there's many ways to activate the energy and to go into the breath, but what I have found to be the most useful and most efficient is either doing some sort of breath work like Wim Hof or Breath of Fire or something like that. But that can be kind of intense for some people. So another thing that you can do, and this is probably my favorite way to go about it, is I just do slow, deep inhalations and extended exhalations. But the thing is, you don't want to overthink it because it's really easy to get caught up in how you're breathing and become overly aware of your breath. And so, the way that I go about doing this, so take a breath in with me through your nose, out through your nose. You notice how at the peak of your inhalation, your body has some sort of natural response that, I don't know if you guys get this, but for whatever reason, my body like knows when it needs to exhale. So I'll inhale, and then my body sort of has this automatic response that's like, okay, time to breathe out. And then as soon as I finished with my exhale and I've got, you know, all the gas out, my body does the same thing and it tells me to inhale again. So what I do is I follow that rhythm. I don't overthink it. I just follow that rhythm, listen to when my body tells me to exhale and inhale, and I just go for it. But at the same time, you want to use your intention and your attention, because energy goes where your attention, wait, hang on, how does that go again? Energy flows where attention goes? I think that's what it means. Or sorry, how it goes. So for example, place your awareness on your finger or any part of your body. Notice the feeling that you have in there, and after a certain amount of time, it's all you're gonna feel. You're gonna feel your heartbeat in your finger, or if you're placing your awareness anywhere else on your body, you're gonna feel it there. And this is simply because where we put our consciousness, where we put our awareness, energy literally flows off of our heart and mind, and just inflates that center. So what I do is with my inhalation, because it's you know, the negative positive polarity, right? So when we're breathing in, it's a negative charge, and then when we're exhaling out, it's a positive charge. So we're inhaling in, and we're, with our attention and our intention, we're pulling this energy. You want to sort of, you don't have to see it with your mind's eye, because that can be tricky for some people, especially if you have a deactivated third eye. The more and more you work on your third eye, the easier it gets to see things with your eyes closed and just kind of envision. But that's not necessarily important. You just want to imagine that you're, and guys, it's not just your imagination, and it's not just the oxygen, right? There's cosmic energy all around us. And when we're inhaling, we are able to pull this energy in. So you want to inhale and imagine that through your crown chakra, you're pulling this energy in, and it moves down as it hits your crown chakra. Your crown chakra inflates, it expands, and then you want to move it downward with your breath. And as it hits each chakra, you want it to expand each center. And with your inhalation, you want to bring it into your sort of stomach area where it feels natural for your breath to rest. And then as soon as you reach the peak of your inhalation and you've brought that energy down from your crown through the rest of your chakras into your solar plexus region, you want to exhale and then push that energy downward. And what I like to do as a guy, I know this might sound kind of vulgar, but whatever. I push the energy downward from my solar plexus so it goes through my sacral and then down to my testicles. And from there, you can either do one of two things. Both are equally as important, because we need to remember, guys, that everything must stay in balance. So we can't be constantly raising this energy up into our head, because all kinds of problems can come from that. I don't know if you guys have heard of kundalini psychosis, but that is a real thing, and I don't want to, you know, advocate the overuse of this technique, because there are downsides to it as well. It's just about finding what works best for you in each moment. So we're exhaling, and we can either push it down, and what I do is I see the energy, and it moves through each of my testicles, and then from there it moves down my legs, and it grounds out my feet into the earth. And sometimes what I like to do is, after it goes through my feet and out of my feet, I just sort of push it all the way down to the center of the earth, and it just explodes. So that's one thing you can do, and that's really good for grounding and relaxing. It's really good for you know, like getting ready for bed. But what I like to do to actually activate the kundalini is I inhale, same thing, pull it down from each chakra, and with the exhale, you want to do the same exact thing, push it down your sacral into your root chakra, but rather than it going down and out your legs, you want to envision that this energy makes a sort of U-turn and it wraps around your genitals, and then it goes up into the base of your spine, into your coccyx region. And what this is going to do after a certain amount of time is it will stimulate the electrolytes in your CBS, cerebrospinal fluid. And this is basically what kundalini is in layman's terms in Western biology, if you really want to look at it that way. But what we're doing by pushing that energy up into the base of the spine, into the coccyx region, is we're stimulating that area, we're stimulating the cerebrospinal fluid, and eventually you will notice a staticky tingle in the base of your spine. And from there, what you want to do, it might take 15-30 minutes. Just remember, guys, it's all about intention, attention, and staying, faithful in the practice. Trust me, guys, I was, when I first heard about a lot of this stuff, I was a little bit skeptical as well, especially because I come from, Western civilization, where we're kind of taught to be skeptical of this kind of stuff. But this really isn't anything mystical or out of the ordinary. This is just science that we don't completely understand yet. We did understand it years and years ago, back when the ancients, ruled the world, so to speak. But, over time, for whatever reason, through, I'm not going to point fingers at anybody, but through certain groups and certain groups, this knowledge has been suppressed over time. The Library of Alexandria was burned down, all of this information was lost, except for in the Far East, but even then, it became less and less common over time. And, I just want to share with you guys how to actually use this energy, because it's not even just it's a holistic health. It's connected to your mind, body, and your spirit. It's good for your body in all types of ways. It helps the blood flow get going. It helps your immune system. It just helps you in many ways. With the mental aspect, it helps you stay calm and grounded and happy. And when it comes to the spiritual side, well, you can have all kinds of crazy experiences. You can leave your body, you can have multi-dimensional, orgasmic, tantric sex with somebody that you love and trust completely, or by yourself. This is real stuff, guys, and once you get a taste of the power that this energy holds, it makes you want to work with it more. And it's like the more and more that you work with it, the more and more your body is able to handle it, and the more and more that you're able to go deeper into it. So yeah, just keep practicing, you guys. When it comes to activating the kundalini, you want to push that energy up your spine, or sorry, not all the way up your spine. You just want to push it into the base of your spine, so it wraps around your genitals, and then it pushes up into the base of your spine. And once you get that tingling sensation, that is when you will know that it has been activated and the electrolytes have been stimulated enough. So what do we do from there? What we do is we need to practice each of the body locks. So except this is sort of a modified version. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. When it comes to the root lock, the easiest way I can explain to you guys how to engage that muscle, the perineum, is imagine that you're stopping the flow of urine, except you want to bring up the perineum, and imagine that you're like stopping the flow of urine. You want to bring it up in the front and the back, so you're activating these muscles, and you want to pull it up. You want to imagine that you're pulling up this energy with your muscles and your intention. you're pulling up that tingling sensation by activating the muscles. And you'll notice at some point, if you just go with the flow, guys, don't overthink it. Once you know the energy is ready to move up into the second center, it will. And basically what happens then is the muscles in your lower abdomen and your lower back will start engaging and tightening up, and you want to keep doing the same thing. Pull it up. And I've noticed sometimes that my body starts doing snake-like movements, and I'm like pulling this energy up. So I've got it right here, and I'm like, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it looks something like that, and I'm pulling it up. And once it goes into your heart center and through your lungs, you'll notice that there's this natural sort of extra breath that happens. You inhale, and the energy just kind of already just knows what to do. It moves up from your heart, through your throat, and then into your head. And you want to keep all the muscles engaged, pull in, not so hard to the point where you're purple and about to pass out. You want to stay calm and grounded, and just do whatever feels natural for you guys. Don't overthink anything, don't force anything. So once you have this energy up to the top of your head, you're still keeping all the muscles from the perineum up to the head engaged as much as you possibly can. Keep pulling on the perineum. You almost want to imagine that you're like milking it for all the energy that it has. Just keep squeezing it. Sometimes you might loosen up a little bit unintentionally. Just squeeze it again, pull the energy up, and keep your awareness as much as you can on the top of your head or in your third eye area. And that's basically what you do. And as soon as you feel the need to release and exhale, you want to sort of push this energy out of your head. And what I like to do is I wrap it around my field, or I just kind of push it down like this. And yeah, that's basically what you guys do. It's a little bit challenging at first, especially if you don't have awareness and control over these muscles, but with time and with practice, it gets easier, guys. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys get something useful from this video. Let me know how it works for you, and remember, just don't overthink it. Do as much as your body can do at the time. It might take some practice. You need to do it more than once or twice to really get the feel for it. It's just an amazing feeling that you get after. It's like a orgasmic rush. Like, you feel this intense energy, and it just feels euphoric and just love, and it's just so healing. And I just want everybody to know, because I mean, this information is extremely important. And like I said, it's a holistic field of health. It's part of a holistic field of health. It's all about balancing the mind, body, and spirit. It's not about, I feel like a lot of people in the spiritual community think they need to detach from their mind and their body, and a lot of people get really into like the spirit side of it. But what we need to remember, guys, is that at least for now, we are part of this trinity of life. And that trinity is the mind, the body, and the spirit. And if one is out of balance, the other two are out of balance. And we need to keep all three in balance at all times. Listen to what your body needs. Listen to what your mind needs. Listen to what your soul needs. And just keep raising your vibration and stay as positive as possible, especially during these times. I know there's so much hectic energy. Everybody's rushing to go get the last bit of toilet paper, and it's just crazy. So this technique will help you guys stay balanced during this time. And yeah, I love you guys. I hope you're all doing well. and I look forward to making more videos. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.